The woman suddenly discovered when going out, the door was blocked by a mysterious black wall. At first, he thought this might be a prank. Just when the couple was looking for other exits, they discovered all the windows in the house were also sealed. Seeing they were about to be late for work, Jack used all his strength to charge at the black wall, but found this wall was indestructible. To escape from here, they could only pick up their phones to call police, but at this time, the phones had no signal at all. Even when the phone got close to the black wall, the phone screen suffered serious interference. This instantly made his girlfriend unbearable. Without hesitation, she took out the household drill, planning to destroy this black wall. But after all that work, the drill bit was sparking. Yet the black wall remained completely intact. Having no choice, the two had to drill holes everywhere on other walls. Even though the walls were full of holes, they found no escape opportunities. However, just when they were about to give up, some commotion came from the neighboring room. This instantly gave them hope for survival. They picked up the drill and drilled toward the neighbor's house. Soon they drilled out a narrow opening until they saw the neighbor was also panicking. They learned the neighbor was also trapped by the black wall. Even more terrifying was the water supply in the apartment was cut off. Could it be someone wanted to make them die of thirst in this apartment building? But such a massive project couldn't be completed overnight. Angry Jack, without warning, threw his phone at that black wall. Unexpectedly, after he calmed down for a moment, he found a white spot appeared on the black wall. When he looked closely, he discovered it was a phone component. This meant this black wall was like a magnet to verify his inner suspicion. They quickly brought all the iron objects from home. Sure enough, they found all iron objects were attracted to the wall. After some testing, they found the strongest magnetic field area of this black wall formed a weird square shape. However, before they could figure out what was happening, all the iron objects mysteriously started shaking. The next second, all iron objects instantly bounced back. Fortunately, Jack reacted quickly, so his girlfriend wasn't injured, but his back was punctured with small holes. Having no choice, Jack could only let his girlfriend help him treat his wounds. After all wounds were treated, they sat down to discuss how to escape. Unexpectedly, at this time, the neighboring house suddenly had an argument to figure out what was happening. The two quickly looked through the opening to check the neighbor's situation. When they heard the neighbor's screams, they quickly grabbed tools to chisel the wall. Since they weren't very familiar with the neighbors, Jack took a wooden stick and went in. When they reached the bedroom, they found blood dripping all over the floor, and the female neighbor was lying on the ground, trembling with fear. They asked what just happened to her. However, before she could speak, the neighbor suddenly pounced on Jack from behind, then pressed a stick tightly against Jack's neck. Just when Jack was about to meet his doom, his girlfriend timely sprayed pepper spray, finally, temporarily removing the danger. At this time, the female neighbor quickly rushed over. She said her boyfriend didn't hurt her earlier, just that her boyfriend couldn't stand her hitting the wall and accidentally hurt himself. When they learned it was all a misunderstanding, everyone quickly looked for ways to escape. Soon Jack found a big iron hammer from the neighbor's house. He immediately smashed it at that black wall, but his hands went numb from the shock, yet the black wall showed no reaction. At this time, his girlfriend, who was an architect, suddenly thought this apartment was built in 1897. It was said when building it, they built an air raid shelter underground, so his girlfriend guessed. As long as they kept digging down,